Hello students, this is your Mr. GST who actually makes GST a good and simple tax for you. In this video, we are going to cover mock test paper 1 for your May 25 exams. So mock test paper first series we are going to see in this video. So without wasting time, let us get into the video. Now, so the case scenario 1. So there are two case scenarios here. For 15 marks, you will be having case scenarios and 35 marks descriptive, you know that. So first case scenario, straight away I am going with the questions. So here if you see, with respect to buy one get one offer, which of the following statement is true? Okay. It will not be considered as supply at all. No consideration is involved in one of the items. No, this is wrong. Supply of item for which consideration is charged is a supply under section 7, while supply of other item free of cost is not a supply. This is also wrong. See, understand, to answer this MCQ, you need not read the case study. There are two individual supplies, correct? Single price charged for entire supply. Since single price is charged, same will always be taxed as mixed. No, this is also wrong. Then obviously this should be the right option. Why? Because sir, when there are two supplies here for one single price, we should see individually whether it is composite supply or mixed supply. So it depends whether it is a composite supply or mixed supply. Correct. So option D is the answer. Next, what is the eligible ITC for the month of May, where purchase of tempo traveler is there and health insurance premium paid is there, assuming that all other conditions for availing ITC has been complied with. You understand, tempo traveler is nothing but some big vehicle where greater than 13 seating capacity will be there. You should be able to get ITC on this. And health insurance premium paid, sir, ITC will be available only if it is a statutory obligation, all the stuff. Otherwise, ITC will not be available. So if you look at the case study with respect to those 2 points, and most of the cases, if you see the MCQ, what is happening now? There are 3 MCQs now. There will be 3 paras. See, 1, 2, 3. 5 MCQs now, 5 paras. Whatever the MCQs I have seen, one interesting observation what I have made is that each para will give information regarding one MCQ. That is what happening actually. Let us see here. So here I have identified, sir, this para is about buy one get one free offer. This para is all about that ITC of those things, and this para is about third MCQ. So now here if you see, this tempo traveler is having capacity 25%. Obviously, you can take ITC on this 12 lakhs further they have purchased. And further, to ensure well-being of employees, voluntarily obtained health insurance in the same month. So if it is voluntarily applied, statutory obligation only, you can take ITC. Voluntarily obtained, you cannot take ITC. Without making any calculations, you can solve this question, see here. Because first one you can take ITC, second one you cannot take ITC. So here if you see option B, first one they have given ITC, second one they have given option nil. Remaining all cases, the option will be something different. Here remaining cases, here both the things are nil. That is wrong. And here first is nil, that is also wrong. Here both the cases they are taking ITC, that is also wrong. So option B, the first case you can take ITC, second case it is nil. So even without calculation also here you can finish this MCQ. Next, which of the following statements is true with respect to services of an advocate availed by the company? Let us look at the advocate services here availed by the company. So this is advocate services availed by the company. In July, Mr. Raghav, a customer, has filed a lawsuit in the court against the company for not supplying the goods for value of 1 lakh. Okay. What the company did, company has engaged Mr. Ram, an advocate, in respect to the court for agreed consideration of 25,000 as per the terms of the contract. Ram, that is the advocate, issued invoice on 5th July and consideration was not paid till Feb next year. Consideration not paid till Feb next year. Okay. All amounts above are CGST 9%, SGST 9%. For tempo traveler alone 1414, we have made calculation also. Here this one only relevant now for us for that 25,099%. Now here if you see the options, see, understand, by looking at the question itself you can understand this is regarding that 180 days time limit if you are not making the payment, reversal of ITC, but that is not applicable for RCM transaction, correct? So here advocate services are RCM transaction. Who is liable to pay GST? The company is liable to pay GST, and this 180 days time limit is not applicable. So here they have not paid within 180 days, add to liability, not paid within 180 days. All these options are wrong. So here on advocate services, company is liable to pay GST under RCM and 180 days time limit does not apply here. So this is the correct answer. In the second option they have given, it should be paid by RAM under FCM. This is advocate services, you should go with RCM. So this is also wrong option. Option C is the correct one. So with this we are done with case scenario number 1. Let us move on to case scenario number 2. So if you see this case scenario 2 again, see, there are 3 MCQs with respect to, in respect of hiring the vehicles by the firm, services that are exempt from GST. Letting on hire a motor vehicle to state electricity department. This is not exempt if you remember the exemptions. Next, letting on hire electrically operated vehicle to municipal authority. Renting the EVs to local authority is exempt. So this is correct. This is exempt. Letting on hire an EV to state transport undertakings, normal vehicles, not EVs. So this is also not correct. So answer should be B. Okay. Next, and one more thing, please be careful here. They have asked you which are exempt. If they ask you which are not exempt, answer will be 1 and 3. So please be careful when you are reading the questions. Which of the following is correct in respect of document to be issued by the firm for understatement and overstatement of invoice value? See, generally understatement of invoice value and overstatement of invoice value. When you understate the invoice value, sir, you should give debit note to increase it. When you overstate, you should bring it to normal, so you should give credit note. Fine. So let us straight away see in the question what is that they have given regarding understatement, overstatement. As I told you already, sir, there are 3 MCQs. This is information regarding one MCQ. This is information regarding another MCQ. And this is information regarding another MCQ. For 3 information MCQs, they give 3 information. This is absolute time waste activity. This paragraph is absolutely useless for us. Now, sir, the firm has issued invoices pertaining to 2 independent outward supplies, where one invoice value of supply is understated by 75,000. That means you should increase it by 75,000. So you should give debit note for 75,000. Another invoice overstated by 45,000. You have overstated by 45,000 means you should bring it down by 45,000. Credit note for 45,000. So debit note 75, credit note 45. Debit 75, credit 45. Debit 75, credit 45. Okay, 1 and 4. So answer will be C, 1 and 4. Okay, that is the answer. Next, which of the following statement is correct in respect of supply of goods amounting to 8,40,000 received by the firm, which are taxable under reverse charge? You have received the goods covered under reverse charge. What is the correct statement? You should give a payment voucher, you should give a delivery challan, you should give a receipt voucher, not required to give any. See, whenever we know, in case of RCM purchases, definitely the buyer has to give payment voucher to the supplier. Whether the supplier is registered or not, it doesn't matter, but we should give a payment voucher. So option 1 is first point is correct. So out of this, what is the statement correct now? First statement is correct, sir. That means even without reading that information, the answer is over. So with this, we are done with this 3 MCQs also. Next, Soundarya Bazaar Private Limited, registered in Maharashtra, sells makeup kits via e-commerce operator beautyboost.com. In this question, only one MCQ. That is why straight away I am reading the question. Mrs. Dhwani placed an order of 20 sets of makeup kits, 11,800 including GST. That means it is 10,000 each on 15th January. However, returned 4 sets after 2 days in accordance with the exchange policy of the beautyboost.com. Determine the value of supply on which beautyboost.com should collect TCS. TCS will come on net supplies. Net supply is 10,000 into 20, so 2 lakhs minus sales return 4 kits. 4 kits into 10,000, 40,000. So it is 1,60,000. Answer is A. Okay, so that is what the answer. So TCS will be collected on net supplies. For you in the exam, the important thing is TCS at what rate they will test, because it is an amendment, 0.5%. Please be careful. So 0.25% plus 0.25% if it is CGST, SGST. If it is IGST, 0.5% will be the TCS amount. So please be careful there. Next, Sundrop and Associates made an application for cancellation of GST registration in the month of March due to closure of its business. Okay, its application for cancellation of GST was approved on 4th September by passing an order on 14th September. Okay. In the given case, Sundrop and Associates is required to file final return on or before 4th December. So this is regarding final return, the question. You know, final return should be filed within 3 months from the date of cancellation or order of cancellation, whichever is later. Date of cancellation is 4th September, but order of cancellation is 14th September. Which is later? 14th September is later. From that, within 3 months. So 14th September means 14th October, November, December. Here is the answer. So option D. See, with so much of explanation also, 15 mark MCQ I have finished somewhere within 10 minutes, that too including introduction 1 minute whatever I spoke. So you can solve the MCQs little bit quickly only if you are focusing properly all that, but still there might be some little bit difficult MCQs in income tax etc. Some time you might be taking. So for 30 marks MCQs, ideally you should be taking 40 minutes time, plus or minus 5-10 minutes, no problem, but If you are finishing 30 marks MCQs within 40 minutes, you have done an extraordinary job. That is what I am trying to tell. Okay, so with this we are done with MCQ part. Let us go with descriptive part. So now the descriptive part, if you see, first question, 10 mark question. See guys, I have uploaded a clear video on how to approach the first question. This is compulsory question in the main exam. Please do watch that video for detailed explanation. Here I will just focus only on calculation, not on the presentation. So here, as I told, I am just going to make some calculations, right? That's all. So first question, see, when you are computing net minimum GST payable in cash, you should just have 3 steps. One is calculate gross GST liability, next calculate ITC, next net GST payable in cash. So for first step, you should decode the sales. Second step, you should decode the purchases, and finally you just set off the output tax with input tax. Now when we are reading the information, sir, the important thing is, who is this fellow? Mrs. Popley and Co. a partnership firm, okay, registered under GST. In which state? That is another important thing. Madhya Pradesh, they gave the state also. This information is related to October month. That is another important thing. So who is the person, from where he is, and which month, the tax period we have to see. Okay. After seeing that, so we are decoding the information, which is sale, which is purchase, if it is sale, RCMA, FCMA, purchase, RCMA, FCMA, blocked credit or not, ITC is available or not, all the stuff, taxable, exempt, we should see. So here they are providing sponsorship services to Mr. Balkishan Das, proprietor of Messrs. Hans Jewelers, registered in Morena, Madhya Pradesh. Sir, first thing, this is intra sale. And here, sponsorship services, RCM will come into picture or not? Sir, RCM will come only when the recipient is body corporate or a partnership firm. Here, the recipient is Balkishan Das, so individual. So, there is no RCM, this is FCM only, so taxable. So, taxable, here we should see CGST and SGST, how much will calculate in some time. So, this is intra sale taxable. Okay. Next, provided services of processing tomatoes into ketchup and packing the same to Mr. Abhilash, registered person in Madhya Pradesh. Again, this is also intra sale. So, let us see CGST amount, SGST amount here. Rent paid to residential building taken for running an office for providing DSA services. Owner of the residential property was not registered under GST. So, this is Madhya intrastate, they only gave this intrastate, and this is purchase. But the point is here, this is RCM purchase, intra only. Can you take ITC? Yes, I can take ITC. That is also there. So here, CGST and SGST we should see. Okay, fine. Now, you should be careful which is sale, which is purchase, you should be identifying. Purchased a car for official use of managing partners for the firm. Sir, here, this is a purchase. But ITC is blocked, purchase of car obviously, because they are buying something covered under 17 subsection 5. So, block the credit. So, here 0. Okay, that we have to see. Next, availed information technology services for their business from partner's friend, Mr. Kevin Williamson, located in Melbourne, Australia. Mr. William refused to take any consideration, but open market value of said service is 1,25,000. Now, please understand, by the moment you see open market value 1,25,000, you will get overexcited and you will start calculating tax on that. Please understand, this is importation of service. Importation of service without consideration. Importation of service without consideration, yes, in the course of furtherance of business, but it should be from related person or own establishment located outside India. This is not related person, just friend, or not an establishment located outside India. So here, it is not a supply, at all. So again, no GST, 0. Next, provided training and performance appraisal services in Bhopal. Bhopal is in Madhya Pradesh. Next, here also they gave already Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so please remember that. So, providing training and performance appraisal services in Bhopal to ABC Private Limited, registered supplier, state of Kerala. Please understand, sir, performance and training, performance appraisal and training services provided to registered person. Now, place of supply is where the recipient is registered. So, this is Kerala, he is registered, place of supply is Kerala, and this fellow is registered in Madhya Pradesh. So, this is interstate sale. This is inter sale. Okay, like that I am writing. So, here IGST will come into picture. Babu owns a proprietorship concern, Rajasthan, which was not registered under GST. If the recipient is not registered under GST, we should see, sir, where these services are performed. That will be the place of supply. Services are performed in Bhopal. So, supplier is also from Bhopal. Place of supply is also Bhopal. This is intra sale. This is intra sale. So, here we will see CGST and SGST. Okay. So all the rates CGST, SGST are 9%, 9%, 18%. All the amounts given above are exclusive of taxes. All conditions necessary for availing ITC has been fulfilled. No opening balance of ITC. Popley and Co. turnover 2 crores in the previous financial year. It doesn't have any relevance. Compute the net GST payable in cash by Messrs. Popley and Co. for the month of October. Okay, very easy question actually speaking. So let us first calculate the figures here. First thing, I should buy a calculator for recording room. I'm using my mobile for calculations and all. So 2,50,000. You know, everywhere rate is 9%. So 2,50,000 9%, sir, it is. Now what I will do, because it is liability, I will write it in red color so that it will be easy for me to identify. 22,500, 22,500. And next 99,900. This is also sale, taxable. So this is 9% again. Sir, 8991, 8991. Okay. Now this is purchase actually. Purchase I will write in green color so that I will have some clarity. So easily, quickly we can solve this. So 25,000 into 9%. Sir, this is RCM if you remember. 2250 if you remember. And this is because RCM I will underline it with red pen because I will add it to liability finally. When there is RCM purchase, you should remember, do the problem as it is normally, gross GST, ITC, all the stuff, calculate net minimum GST payable in cash, and finally what, add the RCM liability to the amount. So here there is 0, okay, no calculation required. Here also no calculation required. And here if you see 3 lakh, so this is also sale. Sale means, let us go with red color. So 3 lakh into 18%. 54,000 should be there. Yes, just cross verification. 54,000. 1 lakh into 9%, 9%. So it is 9,000, 9,000. Okay. So that is what the calculation here. So if you see, IGST, CGST, SGST. Sir, IGST only 54,000 is there payable. CGST, SGST, if you see, 9,000, 9,000. Next, 22,500, 22,500. 8,991, 8,991. Okay. So total if you see, sir, here 54,000 and 9,000 plus 22,500 plus 8,991. It is 4491, 4491. This is gross GST. ITC you have only one thing. That way easy to set off, nothing to worry. So ITC only for this 2250, 2250, CGST, SGST. So set off rules, nothing to worry. Right away you can just proceed because IGST, ITC balance is already nil. Guys, how to present it, how to solve everything, first question clearly explained in one video in my YouTube channel. Please, I'll just attach the link in the description also. Please go through that. Or one thing I'll do, all the resources for May 25 will be uploaded here. The description will be given. So please check that. So here, so this will be 54,000 and 4491 minus 2250 will be 38,241. 38,241. So this is net. Okay. Now we should also add RCM liability. Correct. Sir, we should add RCM liability. RCM liability again will be like 2250, 2250. So ultimately the answer will remain same. 54,000, 4491, 4491. This is the net GST payable in cash. That will be the answer. Okay, very simple question actually. If you ask me, very easy question. This much easy question we cannot expect in the main exam. But if you are very lucky, we cannot say you may get it. Okay, let us move on to the next question, second question. Sorry, within first question itself, there is one more question, 5-mark question, as you know. So, and seriously, if you get this question, you will be damn lucky. Whatever is there in ICA study material example, the same thing. They have asked you, Pearl and Beauty Private Limited sold something to Colorful Private Limited. Actually, names alone has been changed. List price 50,000 and taxes levied by municipal authority 5,000 you will add. Packing charges not included above you will add, and 2,000 subsidy from NGO, that also we will add, and This is after considering subsidy. Exactly, ICS study material question. Everybody would have done this question actually, because any faculty teaching value of supply chapter, first the question they will make you to solve is this question. Next, offers 2% discount on the list price, that is 1000 rupees. So if you see the calculation, everything, it is 57,000 will be the answer. Exactly, numbers, everything ditto except the names. Okay, again, very easy question. I don't feel that it will be tested in the main exam. Right. Now let us move on to the next question, second question. So this second question is based on place of supply in the independent cases. One is regarding Motilal, a chartered accountant in Gurgaon, Haryana, registered in Haryana, is providing consultancy services to his client Mr. Manohar Lal, who is resident of New Delhi but not registered under GST. But Manohar Lal address is recorded in the books of Motilal. So you know, sir, CA services not covered specifically anywhere in section 12. So general rule section 12 subsection 2 will come into picture. Sir, when it is provided to registered person where the recipient is registered, that will be the place of supply. Unregistered na, address is available of the recipient na, that will be the place of supply. Otherwise, supplier's address. So here if you see, address is available. So Manohar Lal address is in New Delhi. So the place of supply will be New Delhi here. Okay, so that will be the answer. Next, if you look at the next one, Sir, Vinci Private Limited, New Delhi, leased its machine cost 8 lakh to Mishtil Private Limited, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Now, for production of goods on a monthly rent of 35,000, on a monthly rent of 35,000, after 12 months, they are selling the machine for 5 lakhs, which is agreed by Vinci Private Limited. So now please understand, there is sale of machine happening, goods. Sir, when sale of machine is happening, sir, we are not sending the goods actually. The goods is already located in Uttar Pradesh, Noida. And now we are selling. So movement of goods not involved here. If movement of goods are not involved, what is the location of the goods at the time of supply? Location of the goods at the time of supply is Noida, Uttar Pradesh. So the place of supply will be Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So that will be the concept. They have asked you to determine only the place of supply. Okay. So if you are writing that, that is more than sufficient. Okay. So with this, we are done with first part of question 2. Next, if you see the second part. So this one is Sona Bank Limited, scheduled commercial bank, furnish the following details for the month of August. You should compute the value of taxable outward supply. That's all. You need not calculate any tax amount, nothing. Just value of taxable supply. See here, this is based on exemption actually, banking transactions. Here, this is very important point which you should be really careful. Because extending housing loan to its customers. Extending housing loan to customers 100 crores. That means 100 crore loan is given. It is not interest income. Sir, loan is nothing but transaction in money. It is not at all a supply, sir. So this will not be considered at all. Okay. Processing fees taxable. Commission collected from the customers taxable. Interest income on credit card. You know, every interest is exempt other than credit card interest. That is taxable. Interest received on housing loan extended from the bank is exempt. That is what the answer. Very simple question. Right. So with this, we are done with second question. Let us move on to the third question. So the third one again here. Sir, Run Vijay Associates registered in Gujarat deals in industrial grade iron and steel products. Proprietor of Run Vijay Associates sold TMT iron bars, GST is 18% on that, to retailer in Maharashtra for 40,000, excluding GST. Okay, fine. Next, as per the agreement of the sale, goods are to be delivered at the premises of the retailer. So, delivering the goods is responsibility of the supplier. For the transportation cost, 7,000 is being charging to the customer separately. Super. In the above scenario, determine whether e-way bill is to be issued or not. E-way bill, sir, if you understand, consignment value is greater than 50,000, then e-way bill will come into picture. Consignment value exceeding 50,000, then e-way bill will come into picture. Consignment value means what? Value under section 15 plus GST. Value under section 15, if you see here, we will take 40,000 plus that 7,000. So 47,000 is the value of supply, because we are including the freight also, the incidental expenses, whatever you know, plus 18% GST. So what is 47,000 plus 18% GST? 47,000 plus 18% is 55,460. So now it is exceeding 50,000. Yes, e-way bill has to be generated. That is the answer for that, and you should present the answer accordingly. Okay. Next, the next question, if you see, the aggregate turnover of Action Services Limited Delhi exceeded 20 lakh on 12th August. Okay. Action Services Limited, Delhi, aggregate turnover exceeded 20 lakh on 12th August. Applied for registration on 3rd September. Granted certificate on 6th September. You are required to advise Action Services Limited as to the effective date of registration. It is also seeking your advice with respect to issue of revised tax invoice. If you remember, sir, when you are becoming liable for registration, within 30 days, if you apply for registration, date of becoming liable will be effective date of registration. So here, your threshold limit exceeding 20 lakhs is on 12th August. You have applied 3rd September within 30 days. You got the certificate on 6th September. So 12th August will be the effective date of registration. For that, you should write the provision properly and explain it. Okay. Next, so regarding revised tax invoice within 1 month from grant of registration certificate. When registration certificate is granted, registration certificate is granted on 6th September. Okay, 6th September. So 1 month means what? So revised tax invoices within 6th October you should register. Simple. That is what the concept. Okay. So the third question is also over. We are moving into the last question. Last question, see, most of the cases the last question will be straight theory question. So here what they are asking, state the activities which are treated as supply even though done without consideration for 5 marks. So schedule 1 transactions you have to write down. Next, under GST law, taxable services supplied by central government or state government to business entity in India payable by the recipient. State the exceptions of the above statement. RCM services generally applicable, but there are like Postal Department, Indian Railway Services. Next, this services in relation to aircraft or vessel, whether inside or outside the presence of a port or airport. Next, this one, what is it? Transportation of goods and passengers. These things, sir, they are exceptions with respect to RCM. This is also straight theory question. Next, who can be registered under GST practitioner under section 48? All these conditions, like you should be resident, sound mind, all that, and educational qualification, work experience, all that. So that way you have to present this straight theory question. Okay, so these are the questions. Actually, I don't know. Yes, here be careful because this is the choice. This is separate. For this, there is no choice actually. So please be careful when you're going with the question numbers in the exam also. Okay, so with this, we have successfully discussed and completed mock test paper discussion in very quick time actually. So hope you have enjoyed this. Share this video with your friends who are writing upcoming CA Inter exams. And I always say, please make sure enjoy your preparation. That is what very important. And wishing you all the very best. See you all in another video. Thank you and Jai Hind.